Hi guys, I just could not wait anymore, so a quick look at the inside of this dual thermal camera. So we have long wave and short wave, so they are probably for different temperature ranges. So on the AGA 680 we can directly touch the germanium prism, but here we have some kind of soft protection over it. It is not glass, it is some kind of plastic. So we have 2 times filter and aperture settings, LEMO plugs for some kind of accessories, horizontal parallax, we will see what it does, and V-align. And here I did just notice we have a model number from AGA. It says Thermovision 780 dual scanner base. So yes, we have 2 780 AGA thermal cameras in this. This I do not know exactly what it is, but we are missing one here. One connector at the back. Here is the calibration sticker. And on the top, of course, we have 2 liquid nitrogen fillers with some kind of insulating foam. And actually, when I press this, there is some kind of moisture inside this. It is squishy. It smells bad, in fact. And there is some kind of liquid inside, oddly enough. Interesting. It is just a piece of foam attached in this aluminium cap with a circlip, by the way. 2 tanks or dewar for your liquid nitrogen. And I will open the back cover. So big aluminium cover at the back. The screws here are very rusty, by the way. Well, this thing seems to be in quite sad condition, but I really want to see and show you what there is inside. So, as I said in the previous video, there is already AGA 780 camera teardown on YouTube, or not sure if it is this model, but something very similar. Link in the description, video description as always. So maybe I will not do complete teardown of this, I will see. But obviously we must have 2 slightly different cameras because we have the long wave and short wave things. So here is what we have. As you can see, 2 times more or less the same thing, except the sensor assemblies with liquid nitrogen tanks are not exactly the same. And also little bit of difference with metal work here for some reason. So here is what it looks on this side. So it is the same, like the AGA 680, but in smaller scale. So we have the 2 scanning prism for horizontal and vertical scanning. The motors are probably much smaller because I cannot even see them. We have here our filter assembly, I believe. Yes. Maybe. Yes, little filters. In fact, 3 of them are germanium in quite rusty condition. There is a hole, and the other one seems to be just a piece of copper. We have the same thing on the other one. here is the other side for you. So the two controller box I got with them are just really power supplies. I did open one and there is not much interesting in them, they are just power supplies. Linear power supplies, but here we have the insides of this. A lot of rust on the front. We have, yes, in fact the two buttons here for selecting filters and apertures are actually rotary switches, they are not mechanical things. Or maybe both at the same time, yes. I can see gears at the back. So at least at the same time you are effectively turning something and turning a switch to let the controller know what you did select, probably. So now we have these two settings for vertical and parallax. In fact, vertical, if I turn this, it will tilt up and down this camera. And if I turn the horizontal parallax, it will tilt a little bit like this. So it is really for fine adjustment, probably according to the lens you are using on the thing. Pretty serious piece of aluminium down here to do the job. And you can see, in fact, we have really 2 times the same cameras with, except for the sensor piece here, with a dual wire harness, same color code, everything going on one connector. Okay, so what I can do also is to connect the lens in order to see what it looks like. So the lens is really big. It is a Thermovision IR lens 780 long wave, this one. And I did specify in the unboxing video. The front lens is pretty sad. I did not try anything yet about it. Okay, excuse me. So, yes, the lens is pretty dirty, but it seems it is just dirt really. So I will do something that is totally not in the user manual. Clean the lens with a random cleaning wipe. And we will see what we get. Little bit better, but not sure if it is. It is not scratched, it is really damaged in the coating of, yes. Maybe it did receive salty water or something like this, I'm not sure here. So the body of the lens will clean well, but it is not really what we want. Okay. And you know what I can do also is to power up the cameras in order to see what they do. If I find my remote. Okay, so it is a lock. In fact, one of the wires provided with cameras is actually an extra long extension cable for the power supply. By the way, we have a very nice vintage Canon plug cap here. So I will connect this. Try to. Okay, I am missing a clip on the thing, so I do not know the voltage, so I will not put my hands anywhere near the electronics. And I will power on. One, and two. The second one is a little bit, so as you can hear, it is making a lot of noise, and we can actually see the prism turning. Really nice. Apart from this, nothing to see in fact apart from this, but it is really noisy. Okay. It is better already. So at least these ones are turning, but I am missing the display box as always, so I am not able to do anything with these cameras, because I guess most of the electronics you have in here are actually to control the camera parts, and the processing of the image will be into an external box, I guess. There is a coax at least going to the connector, so we must have some high frequency signal, but not probably not a video compatible signal, some weird proprietary thing you need to process in order to get a video. So stay tuned for more about this. In particular, probably teardowns of all the power supplies I got with it, because I will not keep all of them. So thanks for watching so far. Bye bye.